Hello, welcome to a review of Warcraft 3 Reforged. So for those of you who don't know, Warcraft 3 Reforged is a uh, re up enhancement. The original Warcraft 3 launched July 1st, 2002. This game and I would say StarCraft are the two major games that helped put Blizzard on the map as the premier makers of RTS games. StarCraft was launched March 31st, 1998. This game came out 4 years later and would eventually pave the way for World of Warcraft. It is essentially just an improvement on the old one. And we're going to get into that right now. So for those of you who are unaware, when they announced the Reforged edition of Warcraft 3, they promised redone UI from the ground up, redone cutscenes, both in-game and in cinematics, so that characters would look like characters throughout the game. So, you know, Thrall looks like Thrall, that sort of thing. Arthas looks like Arthas. These are all characters in the game, both in the cinematics and the cutscenes. And that it wouldn't just be talking heads and still looking at the game from up above. The in-game cutscenes would actually have camera views and swoops and that sort of thing, and the cinematics would be much improved. They promised redone VO work. They promised models for everything redone from the ground up, and rebalancing of maps, both in the campaign and multiplayer and that sort of thing. So, the elephant in the room. Did they do what was promised? 80% of it, no. They did not redo the UI. All they did was upgrade the majority of cutscenes. If you play through the game, you will notice that the orc used to represent Thrall in the cinematics is definitely not the model used in the game or for cutscenes, that sort of thing. They did not do any of the redo any of the voice work. They did upgrade a lot of the models, all of the models I should say, and they took key characters. So Thrall, they made look like Thrall from World of Warcraft. Arthas they did, Illidan they did. Malfurion looks like the original Warcraft 3 version, just enhanced. The same thing with Tyrande and various other characters. So they were selective about what models. They improved all the models, but the ones they wanted to completely revamp, they were very selective of. And they redid some of the balance in some of the maps. The cutscenes are all the same, except for one. As the original, they added, this Warcraft 3 Reforged is all of Warcraft 3 and the eventual expansion, The Frozen Throne. In the original version, when you beat the Frozen Throne, the final cutscene was an in-game cinematic, a very cheesy little action sequence, and then, you know, they told you what happened to the two combatants during the action sequence, and then they had a gorgeous cinematic of Arthas walking up to the Frozen Throne. In Reforged, they created an actual cutscene of the fight and everything who Arthas fights and that sort of thing. So they redid that cinematic from the ground up. The rest they just improved. So, is it worth the $30 they are asking? No. Full disclosure, I paid $15 because I had some credits stored up. Is it worth $15? Yes. I would say it is worth $15. If you've never played Warcraft 3, if you're wondering where World of Warcraft got most of their story from and how things got to be at the start of World of Warcraft, or you're interested in a classic RTS game to see how it holds up, $15? Easily plop it down. For the collection, they have skins you can add for mostly multiplayer. I have most of them. I'm working on getting the last ones. For the option screen, they have quite a few options. They have plenty of video options that let you fiddle with things. I will say on sound, Voice should be its own soundtrack. Music is fine, sound effect is fine, but sound effect is tied to voice. And there are bugs in this game, and one of the bugs is that during cinematics, either in-game or like cutscenes, the volume will change from cinematic to cinematic. So even though I have it set at 45% here, sometimes it will jump up to 80, sometimes it will drop down to 25. And because of that, and the fact that VO, voiceover, is tied to sound effects, that means sometimes you can hear what is said, sometimes you can't. Luckily, they have subtitles. They have inputs. You can swap custom key bindings, that's cool, that sort of thing. You can change the gameplay to help with that sort of thing. So yeah, as far as the campaign screen goes, you know, you get the prologue, you get all of Warcraft 3, that goes to here, you get all of the Frozen Throne, and the bonus campaign, the Founding of Dorotar, which is cool. Let me load up a save here. Continue, and while this loads up, I'll keep talking. Otherwise, for $15, does it hold up? Yeah! The graphics are fine, the upgrades are fine. I know some people have reported crashes in the, I'll say, 60 hours I've played. I have not encountered a single crash. I have encountered some odd loading times and some pauses, but no crashes per se. You will notice my vast amount of gold and lumber, and I want to show this off.
Research
so
complete.
The old cheats from the original still work, as you can see. So I just inputted a cheat code. In the original version of the game, if you inputted a cheat code, I know for a fact you were punished in some minor way. So either you could only ever be considered beating it on easy or normal, or you didn't get the achievement for that something. And the Reforged version, it doesn't matter. If you want to, you could theoretically beat this entire game on hard in under an hour just by punching in the instant win cheat code. And you would get every achievement a completionist does by doing it the hard way. Whether that's good or bad is completely up to you. But the graphics are fine. Everyone was looking forward to a UI where you could select more than 12 characters at a time. Again, that goes with the redone UI they promised. Not here. But like I said, for $15, it holds up. If you've got nostalgia for the game,
complete.
Give it a shot. You know, like I said, if you can get it for $15, that is the big catch. I do not feel it was worth $30. Some of the UI changes they did make, things that were stackable, were not stackable in the original, like health stones, some potions, some items, are now stackable. So I could stack health stones. I don't think I can buy health stones. Can I buy health stones? Oh, this isn't the Frozen Throne.
The light is my strength.
You can't, you know, so if I could get 10 health stones, I don't know if the effects stack, but they at least stack so they don't chew up space. As far as map balance goes, they didn't really touch it. I will say, this is currently on normal, so you'll notice, you know, he's got a little army. But at least on this map, in the original version, even on hard, this is what you would face. Yeah. He would just get bonuses to build speed and that sort of thing. But on hard, he gets a whole... On this map, Mal'Ganis here, gets a whole second army of just gargoyles and frostworm, which is not in the original. So they did go in and make some maps harder on hard. Not all of them, just some of them. So it is completely up to you. For $15, give it a try. If Blizzard breaking every promise they have made has made you go, you know what, no money for them, by all means, I support you. If you are nostalgic for the game, give it a try. If you're curious where World of Warcraft came from, and RTS, the old school RTS, give it a try. Again, for $15, give it a try. But do not pay full price for this game. Do not. Wait for a sale. Anything like that. You do get the full 60-hour experience. I feel it still holds up story-wise and that sort of thing. So, whether you want to buy it, as always, is up to you. I did, again, for $15, and for that price, yeah, it was worth it. So keep that in mind. Thank you very much for watching. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, or comment over, and check me out on Twitch when I stream every Wednesday through Friday. Oh, nope. Oh, there you go, cheat disabled. I already beat this game on hard. Level on hard, so I don't care. Yeah, as I was saying, thank you very much for watching.
Research complete.
And hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.